ticket. The Disabilities Access Task Force was created this year to ensure that all students may have suitable access to all of CU's campus facilities. What will you do to ensure the success of this task force?
You know, this is something very important that as a student body we must recognize. Although we have a very easy time getting around campus, it's interesting to sit down and try to figure out how you get around the campus if you were in a wheelchair. It's very difficult because many of our buildings are not compatible with current standards. And it's important as executives, as a ticket, that we support making these improvements and making our university accessible to as many students as we possibly can. This goes back to the whole issue of diversity. This is it's also important to bring students with disabilities to our campus and make it an accessible campus for them to increase our diversity and to make this a welcoming environment for as many people as we possibly can.
Actually, this is something that is near and dear to my heart. I'm actually a sponsor on the bill that is bringing this forward. And this is something that has been worked on by members of our ticket and members of the executive staff for a long time. The reason this came up is this is a response to students who have voiced their needs on this campus, and this is direct action by our ticket for what we are doing to provide support systems. The establishment of this task force is important because it provides at-large seats for students. It provides seats for administration, both from the Disability Service Center and upper echelons of administration, as well as members of executive staff and UCSU. But it's also important to also realize that when you're talking about disabilities, there's more than just physical disabilities. There are a wide range of other challenges that students are facing on this campus.
Either physical or mental. I mean, that's a giant number. We need to be representative of that, as accessible as possible to everyone. I believe if we turn people away, I mean, we have to represent everybody. There's no choice here.
Board, we do come across issues like this on a very frequent basis where there is always the challenge that, you know, perhaps there is somebody that can't usually access our building as easily as one of the just average able-bodied students on campus. So I'm always working with facilities management and like planning commissions in the UMC to work out, you know, where are the ramps on campus, where can we help people. Can we work with clearinghouses to help people with mental disabilities get jobs within the UMC? So working as chairman on the UMC board, as well as working with my other candidates involved in other avenues in campus, we do have prime time experience in helping out individuals that can't usually access the opportunities that are available to all the other students that we have here at CU.
I think one of the things that we've really touched on so far is that diversity is an important part of this campus. And one of the ways that we can support this through the Disabilities Task Force is by funding it. And it's by supporting people that are going to be on that task force. As we move forward in the future, as this campus is changing, you see buildings coming up all the time on campus. We need to change the access on this campus so that 100% of it is accessible to all those with physical disabilities. And we can do that. And the Drive ticket has the capabilities and the experience to know how to do that. And that's one of those ways is through funding and making sure that the Disabilities Task Force has the resources necessary to implement these things. We can't just say that we support diversity. We have to fund it. We have to make sure that we support it with our resources, with our time. Thank you.
I agree. It's easy for us to support this bill. I mean, you know, there's not many people that'll say no. It's just really when it gets down to it, who's going to do this? And it comes down to the heart of the matter is who's got their heart vested in this. As a tri-executive, or candidate for tri-executive, as a student of Colorado, as a person, I think we have a responsibility, if not an obligation, that it needs to happen. We are behind the curve on including as many people as possible. I just really hope that we have the student support because, honestly, we have to get out and vote. We have to vote how we feel this issue should be handled. And really, I believe that I'm willing to devote as much as possible to this cause. I really, 60-hour work weeks is nothing for this cause.